Hi, I'm Dempsey Pilat, and this week I'm reviewing Ready Player One was directed by legendary director Steven Spielberg, and it's based on a book of the same name written by Ernest Cline. Cline actually helped co-write the screenplay with Zach Penn, who's worked on films such as X2 and The Avengers. And the film stars Tye Sheridan, Olivia Cooke, Ben Mendelsohn, Lena Waithe, and Mark Rylance. The film, set in a distant future, revolves around a worldwide contest created by a dead eccentric trillionaire. The contest consists of finding 3 well-hidden keys and an even harder to find Easter egg in a virtual reality game known as the Oasis. Whoever finds all the items first is granted the trillionaire's entire fortune, as well as complete control over the Oasis. And the story revolves around a teenager named Wade Watts, whose life is changed dramatically when he discovers the first key in the contest. Now, having read the book, I was actually excited to see how some things would translate to the big screen. But, and I'm not spoiling anything, a lot of the things from the book aren't in the movie. There are a lot of changes. I believe that most of the changes were made to consolidate the story. If you read the book, it's not like it drags or anything like that, but a lot happens. And I was actually content with the changes that were in the film. And I don't think that any of the changes take away from the film. In fact, I think they help to make the film a little bit more inclusive for modern day audiences. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I loved this movie. And I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I think I may even like it a little bit better than the book. And it doesn't even have to do so much with the changes that were made, because I'm going to emphasize again, I think some of the changes that were made were really good, and they definitely worked. But I think it's just because the film is such a visual feast. Now, I saw the movie in IMAX 3D, and I would say at least if you can't see it in IMAX, definitely try and go see it in 3D, because Spielberg does such a fantastic job at bringing the Oasis to life. I thought that the trailers showed me the amazing stuff. Boy, was I wrong. When I sat down in my seat and the screen lit up for the first time at the opening of the film, I was in awe. This film, it literally does transport you. And like I said before, going back into why I liked it better than the book is because it did a better job at transporting me to this place, to this story. I felt like I was right in the midst of it. In addition to the stunning visuals, I was just so fascinated with all the pop culture references that are like jammed in this movie. There are literally so many Easter eggs throughout, and it's fantastic. I want to go and see this film again just to see what I missed the first time around. There were so many cool faces that reared their head from 80s, 90s, and present day franchises and properties. I thought it was so cool. There are so many pop culture references in this movie, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will say that Spielberg had Warner Brothers' entire catalog at his disposal for this film, and he took advantage. That's it. This film made me nostalgia so hard, and not only with all the pop culture references, the music plays such an important role in this film. It literally does such a great job of setting the tone throughout. And yeah, it was another thing that I really loved about this movie. Lastly, and I know I usually don't save this for last, but the cast was also really good in this movie. We've got so many talented people here. We have Tye Sheridan, who plays Cyclops in the most recent X-Men movies, Olivia Cooke from Meet Earl and the Dying Girl, and most recently Thoroughbreds, who also just brings such a strong force. It almost felt at times like she was the lead character. Ben Mendelsohn, who seems to be just like the go-to villain nowadays, and he is just so, love him, that's all I'm gonna say. There were just so many great things to this film. Now, problems I had with this movie. Very little, bare minimum, honestly. Now, the only problem I even have is actually because I read the book, ironically. And that problem is that over the course of the film, there's a lot of terminology and lingo thrown around that I know for a fact the average audience member won't know unless they have read the book. For example, there's this one word that's used during an exchange between two characters later on in the film, and it's never referenced at all prior in the movie. So at that specific moment, I was like, okay, I know what that means, but I'm pretty sure if the person next to me hasn't read the book, they may not understand that. And I thought that to be a particularly odd choice because obviously when writing the script, I would think that they would choose to either explain that at some point in time in the film or maybe to even try and dumb it down so that the audiences get the context of it. And it seemed to be just thrown in there randomly. But yeah, that's literally the only problem I have with this film. Besides that, it's a blast. It's a love letter to pop culture and a reminder to film buffs like myself everywhere as to why people make movies in the first place. And for that, I'm going to give the film 4.5 stars. Excellent! Guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you liked this video, hit the like button, and if you didn't, get the out. April Fools! If you're not subscribed to my channel, I would ask that you please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, as well as some other content that I have coming your way. Very excited to debut shortly. I will be linking all my social media in the description box below. My Twitter, my Instagram, and my Stardust. Now, Stardust, as I've said before, is an app where you yourself can actually review movies and TV shows. It takes less than 30 seconds to sign up, and even less than that to review your first movie or TV show. So I'll put the link down there so you can go check it out. Guys, thank you so much for all the love and support, and until next time, I'm Dempsey Plot. Take care.